crowd here in Lisbon, Portugal. Has been amazing all week. 9 days of jiu-jitsu, over 6,000 competitors, all culminating in the black belt finals.
You know, sometimes in these big tournaments or big events, by the time the finals roll around, people leave. But not here in Europe. Not at IBJJF events, right? They stay. They like to see the final. The fans have been waiting to see who's going to be the next generation of black belt world, Brazilian, European, and Pan champions. That's one thing I love about jiu-jitsu, is that the people who watch the sport love the sport. And so they will stick around and they'll fill stands and fill stadiums and fill arenas just to watch people that they may not even know personally, but they admire their jiu-jitsu. These two athletes, of course, being an example of that.
Vannessa Griffin in the blue gi, Vitoria Gabriella in the white gi. Vannessa representing Team Lloyd Irvin, Vitoria representing Castro Team.
For those of you who are fans of Vannessa Griffin, you might have seen that she is an avid Rubik's Cube solver. It's one of the ways that she sort of calms herself down, and is just by solving a Rubik's Cube over and over and over again, oftentimes in the bullpen. Sometimes you'll even see her live on Flow Grappling in the build-up to the fight, right before she gets called on the mat, solving a Rubik's Cube.
She's good at solving jiu-jitsu puzzles, too. 2 matches leading into this final, 2 submissions.
It's a great
for
segue.
Vannessa
That was
Griffin.
a great segue, Danny.
Vitoria Gabriella had an epic run at brown belts, took double gold at the 2024 Worlds, Brasileiros and Pans, rookie black belt. Vannessa took silver at Europeans in the black belt division in 2023. Also a Nogi Pan champion, won that back in 2021. So she's been in these finals of major championships and experienced these big moments before.
It's sort of a collar and sleeve, right hand in the collar. Seems like Vannessa's having a hard time putting that left foot on the grip, or on the hip rather. She might be trying to set up or get a look at a triangle or something of that nature. As you see it right there, throwing that leg over and back into the closed guard. Man, I've been on it today, Danny, with these predictions. Do you see that?
Vannessa Griffin, part of Team Lloyd Irvin. Seen a lot of great black belts come out of Team Lloyd Irvin. Shane Jamil Hill Taylor, Elijah Dorsey. Malachi Edmond, another black belt from that team. Regular training partners of Vannessa Griffin.
Vannessa getting that right hand collar grip a lot higher up and now bracing her forearm. It looks like she might disengage, go back to that collar and sleeve. Sometimes you could even set up a scissor sweep from this position. Kind of a traditional move, not often seen at black belt. This is one of the things about closed guard at the highest level as well, Danny, is you can spend a lot of time there. Oftentimes competitors, because it's a 10-minute match at the IBJJF black belt adult level, it's a long time. 10 minutes is, if you're going for 10 minutes, it can cost you so much energy. Of course, now it's the final, so you have the ability to potentially just let it all out. But you also have to be very patient and careful to not immediately overzealously stand up, because then, as we saw in the Janaína Libre match, the match before this one, you can get caught in lapel situations, you can get caught in knee bars, you can get dropped down double leg. There's a lot of things that can happen to you, so you have to be careful on how you navigate at the highest level, getting out of the closed guard. And that's why, in my opinion, it's one of the positions you should avoid at the black belt level if you're unsure of what to do there. Of course, we're looking at Vitoria is very knowledgeable in this position, and that's why she's patiently navigating it. One penalty apiece for Vannessa Griffin, Vitoria Gabriella.
Middleweight final at the 2025 European Jiu-Jitsu Championships. 4 minutes in. Just the penalties on the board. Now Vannessa looking to change her strategy a bit, dragging the arm across.
I like the usage of the lapel behind the elbow to supplement the pull. You can really increase the strength of your arm drag by recruiting the lapel. Now throwing the lapel to the other side, I'm going to break down the elbow. It's going to be another penalty apiece. In the IBJJF rulebook, 1 penalty is just a warning. 2 penalties and your opponent will be given an advantage. 3 penalties, your opponent will be given 2 points. And that 4th penalty is, as they say in Pig Latin, ex-nay. You're done. Disqualified.
If you want to learn more about the IBJJF rule set, you can go to YouTube and look at the IBJJF rules tutorials. Take you through a series of videos that'll help break down the IBJJF rules.
Now back into the open double lasso. Actually, my mistake, not double lasso. It appeared to be double lasso, but Vannessa could use that right foot to throw an omoplata or to get an angle on that leg.
Now looks like Vannessa's trying to tilt Vitoria to her left with those double sleeve grips, switches to the ankle and the cross collar.
Trying to invert underneath. Vitoria pulling her hips away and keeping her level low. The more space she can put between her hips and Vannessa's hips in defense of the berimbolo, the better off she'll be. And that's going to give Vannessa an opportunity to potentially hunt this knee bar.
Vannessa trying to straighten the leg. How can Vannessa make this position tighter and more of a threat?
By doing exactly what she's doing, by elevating over to the side and trying to get the foot of Vitoria Gabriella by her ear. Once she does that and she has the knee line secure, she can arch and escape, or extend rather. But right now this is actually a little bit more difficult. If she's able to bring Vitoria a little bit back to her right and get the foot closer to her neck, she'd have a little bit more control over the knee.
Oh, she's grabbing
but you see it right here. Hard to tell how much pressure she's going to be able to put on
she
this.
Puts Vitoria's
That's
hip
more
on the mat.
though. That's going to be more pressure though, Danny. I'd like to see her maybe control with. I like the grip on the heel. Maybe recruit that left arm all the way around. Would have put a little bit more pressure on it.
So the attempt earns Vannessa an advantage, but Vitoria gets her knee out of danger. And just trails by that 1 advantage now.
Solid attempt and really not even much of a reaction on the face of Vitoria Gabriella. There's 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. A narrow lead for Vannessa Griffin. So far not putting too much danger in terms of getting her guard past though. She managed to maintain a pretty steady grip over the closed guard, and these inversions have been offensive enough to keep Vitoria's pressure in check.
A little bit better, looked like it could have been a little bit better passing position for Vitoria, but Vannessa does a good job recovering that bottom leg back into a better open guard.
This slow pace really benefits Vannessa in this situation as well, Danny, because right now I think it'd be better Vitoria if she was able to create a little bit more movement side to side, put some pressure and see if she can force Vannessa Griffin to make a mistake grip-wise or positioning-wise. But the more she meets the pace that Vannessa Griffin would prefer to play at with this narrow lead, the more that things like this inversion, can prove to be problematic for her. One minute to go.
Vannessa looked like she was trying to pull Vitoria's leg into the 50-50. Vitoria doing a good job keeping that left knee free.
Look at this.
Good passing position.
That's an advantage. That's going to tie it up. What a great maneuver by Vitoria Gabriella late in the match. Now, one might think that Vannessa Griffin with the attempts might maybe have a lead in the minds of the judges, but those are in the minds of the judges.
Referee signals to his earpiece. So he'll be listening to the referees on the side of the mat to determine the proper call. It looks like it's going to stay as is. 2 advantages, 2 penalties apiece.
They're looking intently at the monitor.
All tied up, 45 seconds left in this middleweight final here at the 2025 European Jiu-Jitsu Championships. Vannessa Griffin, Vitoria Gabriella.
This standing sequence could decide the entire match, Danny.
Vannessa pulls guard, gets right back into her closed guard.
This is an opportunity for Vannessa to be very aggressive here with the last 15 seconds.
Vannessa looks like she's trying to sit up. And that is going to do it. This match will come down to a referee's decision between Vannessa Griffin of Team Lloyd Irvin and Vitoria Gabriella of Castro Team.
Griffin seems confident that she's done enough to get it done. Saw at the end of the match there, she looked to her coach, fist pumped a little bit. But we'll see.
And all 3 referees give it to Vannessa Griffin of Team Lloyd Irvin, who wins her first black belt European title here in Lisbon, Portugal.
You see how much it means to her to get the title here today.
2025 European Middleweight